The more you think about it, the more this spectacle that's going to take place on Saturday night, the O2, is a disaster in the making. How the fuck is Chris Eubank Jr. going to get down to 157 without endangering his health and his life? The only way he's going to do that, given that he's already renowned for being ripped in the scales at 160, is to undertake water loading. That is fucking dangerous. That involves flushing out copious amounts of water, including vital minerals, including, most important of all, potassium, which the internal organs and the muscles need to function properly. Bodybuilders have been water loading for years, and there's been a slew of fatalities because of heart attacks and other health complications associated with this incredibly dangerous and extreme stratagem from losing weight quickly. That's the only way he's going to boil down to 157. And then he's got to perform. He's going to take shots to the head. Some of the water that he will lose if he does embark on water loading, which I maintain he'll have to get down to that weight, that catch weight, will come from his brain. And that will leave him more vulnerable to headshots, resulting in serious trauma. I think his father's right. I hope his father's not playing mind games, Eubank Sr., that he's just trying to give the impression he wants nothing to do with the fight and he'll turn up on the night, which he may well do, given how he operates. But I do agree with the sentiments he's expressed that this fight is incredibly dangerous and that his son is putting his life at risk and he wants nothing to do with it. Shame on Eddie Hearn and shame on Callie Sutherland for promoting this fight out of nostalgia for the fathers rather than the welfare for the sons in mind. This fight has a lot of intrigue surrounding it, obviously because of the family names and the legacy. But as I say, it's a disaster waiting to happen. This must not be allowed to be boxing's future with these spectacles, because it will be the death knell of boxing as a legitimate sport and its rebirth as a spectacle and a circus act. So yes, it's intriguing for the reasons I've just adumbrated, but it's also a disaster in the making. Just hope that on Sunday morning we wake up to read about a fight and not a bloody tragedy and a disaster. It's unconscionable to me that the board would have licensed this fight. Certainly they would not have licensed such a fight if it were not two marquee names involved, Chris Eubank Jr. and Benn. Benn's coming up £10. That's a huge amount of weight to come up and to maintain his power at the weight. So we'll have to see. If I was Chris Eubank Jr., I would not come in at 157. I would pay the fine. I believe there's a clause in the contract that allows Benn to withdraw from the fight if Eubank comes in over £158.5. Still in all, I think that Eubank Jr. should think about his health more than his wealth when it comes to this fight, and he should take the fine and come in around 160, because at 160 he's already boiled down to nothing. He already comes in too lean for my liking, given the role of water in attaining the minerals and the nutrients required to perform, especially in combat sports, especially in boxing. So just a quick word on the fight. I'm appalled that this fight's taking place. I don't say that from a puritanical standpoint. I say that from a health standpoint. Protecting fighters from themselves should be the priority of all involved in the game at a high level, especially promoters like Eddie Hearn. He's already got more money than Crassus. How much more does the bastard need? So it's going to be interesting, but for me it'll be interesting for all the wrong reasons. And as I say, this may result in disaster. We've already seen what happened to Nick Blackwell, and it would be ironic indeed if the same were to happen to Chris Eubank Jr., given that he was the one who administered the punishment to Nick Blackwell all those years ago. Anyway, peace out, keep punching, stay strong. Bye-bye.